What's cracking, guys? You all know me as the Super Weeb. I mean, Super Noble. That's super attack. You guys just know me as Noble, I hope. Regardless, today I have kind of a special quiz for you guys, or some sort of knowledge test of how much do you really know about Japan? That's right, we're gonna test you. We're gonna see just how much you guys are posing to be knowledgeable, or actually maybe to surprise you with some of the meanings of what some stuff is. I think it's gonna be an interesting quest. I think it'll be very telling, and I just think it'll be fun in general. So let's do it. First part of the quiz. This part of the quiz where we ask what singular words mean. These words are a part of American otaku culture, but a lot of them are used wrong. First one, senpai. Oh, the classic senpai. I'm sure all of you guys have heard PewDiePie say, "Notice me, senpai." Like, "Hey, senpai, notice me. How's it going, bros? My name's PewDiePie." No, okay, that's how he sounds. Regardless, is it your crush? No, that is not what senpai means. Someone in a higher grade or social standard. Yes, your teacher. No, that is sensei. A boy who is older than you. Well, that's no. that is not. You can say Oji-chan. That could be a general term for anything. You can even say Oni-san for that too. They don't have to be your actual brother. Anyway, it's just someone in a higher grade or standard than you. That would be your senpai in such case, like such as in a workplace or in school. And then if it's reverse, a kohai is someone of a lower standing. So there you go. So Noble knows some of these terms. Second word, hentai, is indeed a pervert, Japanese pornography, a prostitute, or an animal hunter. An animal hunter? Is it Steve Irwin? Was he? Oh, Steve Irwin. Fucking crocodile hentai. One, give me my stick, I'm gonna poke it. Gives it an entirely new meaning. So anyway, no, it is indeed a pervert. When you call someone a hentai, that is a pervert. Japanese, well, it technically kind of is, but that's a bit too broad. You need to say animated, otherwise that is inaccurate. So that is indeed a pervert. I know you guys call me the hentai master, so if I got that wrong, I did you all wrong, and I have shamed you, and I have failed you. Anyway, third word, desu. That has a lot of meanings. But usually it's the infinitive verb of to be, or is, as you would say, was in past tense. You guys know what that is. Cute. No. Sometimes it's not cute at all. Sometimes there's too much des. It isn't a real word. You put out the end of a sentence to make it more casual. No. It is indeed a real word. It isn't a real word. You put it on the end of a sentence to make it more polite. It or it is. See? Noble knows what it is. It is indeed a real word. It's just usually not, it's just omitted most of the time. That's how it is. They just don't say it that much. So there you go. The fourth word, oishii. Oishii, oh, oishii. Yes, that means it is yummy or tasty. I'm sure you've heard that. You gobbled up some rice, oishii is very good, or mazui if it's nasty. But anyway, a phrase to mean delicious, exactly. You said it's like a prayer before it. No, that's itadakimasu. It's a phrase that means you appreciate eating experience. That would, I guess, but that's like rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Anyway, a phrase that means gross. No, that's mazui. That is indeed delicious. That is oishii. See, I know some words there. Surprised for a lot of you, I actually did take a Japanese class in college. I've taken some stuff back. Sugoi. Oh, that's so sugoi. Cool. Or handsome. Yes, that is actually kind of true. Great or amazing. That's so, well, yeah, sugoi, great or amazing. I've never heard it used as handsome before. He's so sugoi. Sexy, hot, cute, or beautiful. Again, no, I think it's just great or amazing is the correct word. It could be cool, but I don't think it's handsome. Again, you put too many like terms there. It's just great or amazing. Oh, sugoi, sugoi. Yes, I'm sure you've heard that before. Many a times. Okay, here we go. Here's some manners in Japan. I'll write a scenario using a fictional character we'll call, Tsukimi. You can tell us what she did wrong. Oh, Tsukimi. Okay. Tsukimi woke up. We're RPing, boys. Tsukimi woke up bright and early to meet her friend in the park. But she took so long to get ready that she didn't have time for breakfast. She got together a sandwich and ate it on her way there. When Tsukimi saw her friend, she gave him a quick wave before hugging him. A quick wave before hugging him? That's more of an American greeting than anything. It's rude to wave someone from across the street. It's rude to hug someone in public. It's rude to eat or drink while walking down the street. A little bit. It's rude to dress up very fancy to go to a casual location. I would say it is rude to hug somebody in public. It's okay to wave to people, but it's the hugging. Usually you bow. I mean, you can hug. But then again, I don't know, it's not necessarily that bad. It's rude to eat or drink while walking down the street. I think that is also not true. I've seen many people doing that, actually, while in Japan. It's not that common. But anyway, I just think it's kind of rude to hug somebody. It's more of polite to bow. But then again, if it's your friend, I don't know. That's kind of a weird one. Tsukimi and her friend were going over to their other friend's house later on, so they decided to take the bus. Tsukimi and her friend were relatively silent throughout the bus ride. That's pretty common. People don't talk all the time when they're on that shit. Except for when Tsukimi phoned her friend to let her know that they were almost there. Tsukimi felt rather shy, so she avoided eye contact with everyone else on the bus. Alright. It's rude not to make conversation with the people next to you. No, obviously not. It's absolutely perfectly fine to remain silent, even with your friends. It's just common. You run out of topics to talk about. It's rude to avoid eye contact and not give people friendly smiles. No, that's perfectly fine. It's rude to use your phone if you don't ask the people around you if it's okay first. It's just rude to use your phone at all. Usually, yes, they frown upon using your phone in general in buses and in subways as well. So, yes, it is actually rude to use your phone at all. But I suppose, I guess you could use it as leeway if you say if it's okay to use it around you. I'm sure that would be okay and acceptable. But then again, I think we'll just go with the safe. It's rude to use your phone at all. That's what I remember, anyway. Most people were not using it. Except when, of course, where they were just texting or something like that. That's perfectly fine. When Tsukimi and her friend got to their destination, Tsukimi brought in some sweets they bought. Tsukimi's other friend complimented Tsukimi's hair and makeup, to which Tsukimi replied, "Yes, I worked so hard to make myself look nice, thank you." The three of them ate snacks and chatted in the bedroom. What's wrong with that? Okay, they brought sweets and they complimented hair and makeup? Yeah, sounds good, man. It's rude to bring outside food. No, that's perfectly fine. It's rude to leave the guy out of the conversations. Don't leave him hanging. Oh god, the poor guy. It was rude to then go straight to the bedroom. Guests normally hang out in the living room. Tsukimi should have denied the compliments to sound humble. To sound humble. I guess this is more of like a personality thing here. Usually people do take compliments rather well. But anyway, it was rude to go straight to the bedroom. Guests usually hang out in the living room. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, you usually do hang out in the living room most of the time. At least when I was over at a friend's house while in Japan as well. So yeah, I might say the most normal thing is just to go to the living room, unless it's like to your friend's bedroom and they're in the parents' house. I don't know. Alright. I honestly, I don't know which is the right one here. It could be either one of these. But I'm just gonna say that. While eating the snacks, Tsukimi found out she was allergic to one of the perfumes that was in the room, and ended up sneezing. Tsukimi's friends could see that she was embarrassed, and so they decided to move to the living room. They all played video games and had a pretty good afternoon. Oh, alright, sounds good. It's rude to move to a different room unless the host suggests it. Really? Alright, it's rude to sneeze unless you leave the room first. No, you can sneeze. It's rude to play someone else's video games. Fuck you for playing Mario Kart. It's rude to leave the snacks you brought in another room. What? What? Are you kidding me? But I would definitely say it's rude to move to a different room unless the host suggests it. Yeah, that would be probably the most common one. You don't want to just wander around someone's house and the host is like, what the fuck are you doing? So I guess that's probably the most common one there. Wow, Tsukimi is pretty gosh darn rude. That's enough of her. True or false question? Really? Is she? True or false? Otaku culture is endeared, unpopular culture among Japan, and everyone is an otaku. That is false. Oh man, is that false? It's positive in America, but it is highly bad in Japan. You do not want to be called an otaku in Japan. Usually that means you do not leave your house and you spend tons of money just on anime stuff and are very antisocial in general. It's not a good thing to be otaku. In America it is, though. Anyway, it is false, unfortunately. So, yeah. True or false, an otaku can have an obsession with anything to be considered an otaku. Yes, that's true. It doesn't have to be necessarily anime. Not just anime, manga, video games, etc. That is true. yeah, that's why there's such a thing as anime otaku, or, you know, other things, an idol otaku, whatever. You know what I mean by that. That is true. True or false? I know America doesn't have idols, but American Idol maybe, the singers, you know, it's the tabloid shit. True or false? The manga/anime style we saw in the 70s, 80s was very heavily inspired by American superhero comics like Superman and Batman. True or false? I would think that is, wasn't it Disney? Or what? No. Actually, I think Disney was inspired by anime. So, actually, I think that is rather true. I think that is true. I actually do think that is true, so I'm just gonna say that. True or false? I wish I knew the answers here. True or false? Sashimi and sushi are the same thing. No, otherwise they would be called the same thing. Otherwise, so no, that is not. I'm not sure. I know what sushi is, but I don't think sashimi is definitely the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's very different. So I'm just gonna say that one is false. I haven't heard of it before, but I can't bring an image. True or false? It's easy to get lost in Japan because hardly anyone speaks English. No. And people will be easily offended if you don't understand that. No. Well, actually, it depends on what part of Japan you are in. In Tokyo, it is very, very foreigner friendly. However, outside of such place, usually people do get pretty pissed if a foreigner's there and doesn't speak a gosh darn thing. But I'm just going to assume they mean Tokyo in this. And that is false. There is lots of English. In fact, people are required to take English lessons, even though people don't usually do well. Regardless, that is false. They will not get easily offended there. So, boom. Alright, let's see how I did here. 9 out of 14! You piece of shit! Oh man, what did I get wrong? Which ones did I get wrong? I want to know. So most people did so-so. A lot of people did only a bit, a lot, but not all. Okay, so there was quite a lot of nopes, and nobody got a lot. Interesting, huh? So this one was actually a lot tough. I'm not sure. Some of those were kind of like weird questions. All right, let's be honest here, okay? let's be honest. I'm not sure the proper manners that I got wrong there. But then again, I may be mixing some of the American cultures with Japanese ones, and what I see is positive, may be frowned upon. It's hard when you don't grow up there, you know? Regardless, if you guys did pretty well in this, feel free to share. If you got the entire answer key right, then feel free to post that in the comments, because I'm curious to know. I'll pin it. There's a quiz link below in the description if you want to go ahead and hit it up there. Anyway, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys had some fun with this quiz. And I also hope to see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...